Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading called Why Am I Stuck? I've been noticing a lot of personal readings and a lot of emails and a lot of DMs from people who have been asking me this question lately, so I figured that I would do a pick a card reading on it. Now, newsflash, you guys, you are always exactly where you are supposed to be. And you truly do have the power to be able to change or shift or create your reality through your own thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions. But if you're feeling stuck right now, we're going to look at these cards for you and just see if we can find a way to encourage you to be able to move forward. Maybe be able to look at like some blockages or anything that's kind of holding you back, or just kind of see what the energy is surrounding you. So I'm intending that this reading will be something that's very uplifting, and that by the end of this reading, you will feel like you have more options to move forward and like you are more free than you might have thought before. So keep in mind that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. Only take the messages that resonate with you. With that in mind, go ahead and choose a card that resonates with you the most. So we have number 1. Number 2, and number 3. I will show all of the cards together. Once you have chosen, you can head to the comments below where my lovely subscribers help me by posting the timestamps. Thank you guys so much for your help with that. And if you choose number 1, we're going to get started right away. I'll see you soon. For those of you guys who choose number 1, we're going to look into where you are at right now, why you're feeling stuck, and how you can move forward. So you have actually chosen the Emperor card, which is describing where you are at right now on your path. You're at a point where you really want to be responsible. You want to try to tie up loose ends. However, you might be having trouble taking charge right now in your life. This could be talking about a trouble that you're having with authority figures, maybe trouble that you're having with a leader at work. Or maybe there's some type of energy of a domineering parent or something like that in your life that has been telling you you should do this or you should do that. Maybe you're really starting to find yourself and you want to break out of like societal conventions and norms. You're realizing the difference between what society is telling you to do, or what your community or your parents or your family or your friends have kind of been imposing upon you, and then the truth of like what you really want to do and how you really want to be in your life. So it's like you're breaking out of a strict belief system, or it can be like a strict energy that's around you, and it's been tough. It's been kind of almost like climbing this mountain. And this is also talking about how you might feel like you've hit a plateau in your life. You know, all of the messages that come from this card might not resonate. Only take the ones that, feel right for you. But some of you guys might feel like you've just hit a plateau, or maybe you're feeling lonely. There could be some type of need for group activities or for new friends. Maybe you're very work focused right now, but you haven't made a lot of time for play. So, maybe you're feeling like there's just not a lot of options for you right now. So that's kind of what's coming out. Why are you feeling stuck? What energy is kind of surrounding you? What's going on here? What are some blockages? So I do feel like there's an energy here of money or finances. Now, this might not be true for everyone, but for some of you guys, I feel like you're feeling blocked because you're feeling like there's not enough money, or I don't have enough abundance to do what I want. Like, yes, I wish I could be creative, but I can't afford the art supplies. Or I wish I could, move into another industry, but it's going to cost too much. It might just not be money. It might be like, I don't have enough time, or I don't have enough support. So it's a perception around you that there's these blockages of not having enough. You know, I call that kind of like a lack mentality. And I personally grew up surrounded by a lot of people who had lack mentality. So this kind of was just embedded into my brain. As I grew older, I started realizing how much this was limiting me. And I had to really work with affirmations and kind of diving into my subconscious beliefs through like therapy and doing some writing and listening to different perspectives to kind of help me out of that. So if you feel like this, or you're realizing, oh crap, I have a lack mentality, you don't have to feel bad about it. It happens sometimes, but and sometimes you can't change that perspective overnight because, like I mentioned, some of these beliefs are very subconscious. But when you realize that you truly do have all of the tools, all of the materials, and all of the power to create whatever it is you want to create in your life, the universe opens for you. Doors start to open. First you take action, then the money comes. First you take action, then the support comes. So when I first started this channel, all I really had was just my phone. Okay, I didn't even have a tripod. So I decided, you know what? I'm not going to let that hold me back. I just recorded my videos like this. If you're not watching right now, what I'm doing is I'm just holding the camera and it's kind of shaky. So I had a lot of complaints. I had a lot of people saying, I like your readings, but like you're making me dizzy. But I didn't let that stop me. I just said, you know what? I'm going to stop waiting until I have the perfect equipment, the perfect everything, and I'm just going to go for it. So this is saying, letting go of perfectionism is definitely something that can help you. And also this is something that you've been focused on that really feels like it's limiting you. But sometimes having limitations can make you more creative. When I first started, I didn't really have all of the best cards and all of the best decks. And so I made some of my own. I made some of my own cards, and these are cards I use to this day that so many people here on this channel love, and I love and appreciate. And then later I was able to get, my abundance grew, my situation got better, and I was able to get, newer, nicer decks. And so, for some of you guys, you might just need to allow yourself to start at the bottom here. Maybe you're also feeling creative blocks. Maybe you've been so stressed right now, so this is what's kind of making you feel stuck, and you're just like, I'm not creative, I don't know what to do. Maybe you're at this situation where you're just feeling like I'm having this hard time, being able to sit down and write, or being able to get that energy to create. The next thing I see is it's like the triple threat here, not feeling creatively inspired, feeling limited, maybe because of abundance, and then, not feeling like maybe there's a worry about twin flame connection or soulmate or love situation that's making you feel really down. Maybe you're like, once I fall in love and meet this person, or once I can fall in love, or once we move in, or once me and my partner go to the next phase, or once we accomplish this thing, then I can be creative, then I can do what I love, then I can get unstuck. So you might be looking at another person and feeling like they're the reason I'm stuck, So it happens, These are your thoughts, these are your feelings, this is what's going on. You don't have to feel like judge that side of you, but I'm going to open up a different perspective to you and see how you can kind of move forward, okay? And once again, only trust what resonates. Maybe some of these thoughts and feelings, you're like, yes, this is what's going on. Maybe some of it isn't. This is a message for many people here. So next, how can you move forward? So part of it is just realizing, like I said in the intro, you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. Like you're here at this point, like seemingly on this plateau, to be able to purge some of this energy and some of these perceptions away. So this bear is like telling you, like, get in the cave. It's like pointing, and whenever I see this card, I'm just like, oh gosh, because it's like, it's telling me like I need to just kind of surrender and just be present and allow myself to work through these feelings, these thoughts, like this energy. There's definitely a message, like this card said, about maybe now is a good time to engage in group activities or just focus on having fun. I've come home from a really fun night or after hanging out with, some people that inspire me and been able to be like, wow, I got this great idea when I was out, or I was really inspired by this conversation I had. I think I'm going to do a post on it, or I'm going to write about it, or make a painting. So maybe just bringing new ideas, bringing fresh energy in. I always say, take the path of least resistance. So if right now there's a lot of resistance for you to move forward, or like be creative or make this thing happen, or there's blocks in love, then maybe just focus on friendship. Maybe just focus on having a good time. Maybe just, do some type of group activity. That could be something that will kind of get your vibe up. This is also saying self-care will help, nurturing. I always say, if you don't know where to start with self-care. I remember a time in my life where I was like really depressed. I felt stuck. I was on a plateau. I was just didn't know where my life was going or what to do. And so that's where I started. I started with self-care. I just started taking good care of my hair. I started taking good care of my skin. I started working out, eating healthy, getting time in the sun, going into nature, looking after my emotional, mental, physical well-being, getting therapy, journaling, writing, meditating. So you don't need to do all those things at once. Maybe just start with one thing that you're going to add into your routine every day, or just deciding, I'm going to look after myself a little bit better. Because when you look after your health and your vessel and your self-care, you feel better. And when you feel better, you're able to feel like you can make more empowered decisions. So nurture yourself. This is the Strength card here. It's talking about how I think it is a beautiful message about what's going on for you in your love life, if that's a concern. There's like this infinity symbol. It reminds me of soulmates or twin flames, like an infinite connection. This rose here, it's like love will be offered to you, or your love life will work its way out. Just have the strength right now to realize this isn't something that's moving forward right now. So focus on what is moving forward. And I love this. How amazing is it that these two cards came out together? You can't make this stuff up, you guys. This says, believe in your dreams. So for you to move forward, I feel like it's more of a mindset. Your action steps might just be group activities, making new friends, getting out a little bit more, and taking very good care of your vessel. Start there, and everything else will unfold, and your path will be moving forward. You need to do something right now, anything to just get that momentum going. And you're a lot more, further on your path than you would think. This is just a little blockage, a little bump in the road, and the only way is to just go right through it, and you'll be on the other side before you know it. So I hope this resonates with you. If you would like a personal reading, check out the description and the comments below. I just restocked my website. A lot of you guys wanted talents and gift readings and all that good stuff. So, check below. I do think I have like 1 or 2 readings on sale right now. So if you're interested, you can sign up. Make sure you read the FAQ section on my website so you understand time frame, delivery, all that. I do have emergency and same day readings available if you are having a time sensitive issue, and I also offer video chat options. But by all means, continue to come to my channel, receive these free fun readings. The people who purchase readings from me support my channel, and I appreciate that. But you're supporting just by being here, giving me a like, thumbs up, and comments. I love all that, and I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel. I'll see you later. Peace out. All right, so for those of you guys who choose number 2, we're looking into where you are at on your path right now, why you're feeling stuck, or like what's kind of like blockages and energies that are around you, and how you can move forward. Keep in mind, there could be parts of this that resonate with you, parts that don't. There's a lot of messages coming out for different people who are here. You might hear something that you're like, yes, that's for me. Awesome. You might hear something that's like, that's not me. So don't worry about that part of the message if that happens. So where are you at right now in your path? You actually chose your card for that. This is the 6 of Pentacles. And so this is a card of actually generosity. This is a card where you're at a place in your life where you have kind of gotten to a certain level of fulfillment, or kind of, achieved certain things, met certain goals, and you're feeling pretty good, but you really want to share. your wealth or your abundance, or you want to help others, or you really want to like live out your purpose. You're really thinking hard about like, I want to branch out. I want to be generous. I want to share. And so you might also have some type of big wish or big dream or goal in mind. And you're just wondering like, am I going to receive what I ask for? And you're just basically getting ready to manifest something big and like a big, it's like a elevation, an expansion of your gifts and your purpose. And so getting ready to kind of get in touch with your needs and connect with others. I also see that you're trying to discover the resources that you need, you know, to cultivate for success. So I see some pleasant energy around you. I really do. I just kind of feel like I want to see what's going on with this card kind of compared to this energy here of like why you're feeling stuck. Because the energy's good. The energy's good. So I feel like it's kind of that energy of like, what now? You have a decent foundation in life, which means like maybe you are supported, or you have a job, or you've got the house, or you got the food on your table and the bills paid, and you're just living day to day. But there's a part of you that's feeling like, I want to do something more than this. You know, for the longest time in your life, your whole path was just about getting to where you're at right now. It's like you've climbed this mountain and you've gotten to the top and you've reaped the rewards and the harvest and the success and the benefits of it. But now you are looking off in the distance and you see another mountain and you're like tempted to climb it. You're like, that was a great experience. I think I want to like go a little further. So there's an aspect of this that like is making you feel like I might have to start at the bottom again, or I might have to start over. I might need to start a new project. You've had some creative ideas. You've had some inspiration that has come in for you. And the only thing that you're really struggling with is just finding that energy, finding that empowerment to kind of do it all over again. So you're wondering like, do I just stop here or should I go further? And you've just been sitting here kind of in indecisiveness for a while, and that's okay. It's like you weren't ready. You're not supposed to go yet. But I feel like this is a clear sign that you're getting these repeated thoughts, these repeated visions about taking this new path or starting this new thing or starting over or whatever for a reason. And, excuse me, you're just kind of struggling to empower yourself right now to make this happen and to really take your creative ideas seriously and know that like this is divine inspiration and there's a purpose for you on this path. So let's look into how to be able to really take action here, move forward. I don't really see you as being like super stuck. You might feel kind of a little bit complacent right now. That's the word, a little complacent. But I see some bright energy and opportunities for you to move forward. You know, there's a lot that you can do. So how are you going to move forward here? Well, here's the branding card. Some of you guys are going to be starting a new business or going to be really like putting yourself out there in a new way with your career, your artistic gifts, or what you have to offer. And look, this just says creativity. I completely missed that. Just look down and there it is. Yeah, creatively branding yourself and being willing to start over. So maybe you want to do this podcast thing, or maybe you want to, sell the clothing on Etsy, or you want to come out with YouTube, or you want to start a new social media page to raise awareness for something, or you want to sell some type of product or service, or maybe you want to start some type of group for something or whatever. So it's saying like now is the time to really think about your name for this project and like what you want it to be, and maybe create a solid vision board so you know what this looks like. Sometimes it's hard to move forward until you create a clear intention of what you want. I can be kind of scared of changes, and I kind of know how you feel a little bit with this. Something that helps me when I know I have some big goal is to make a really articulate vision board for it. And then I don't feel so intimidated anymore by it, Like for instance, before I started Rainbow Harmony, this channel, I had the idea and the concept for it, but I was really nervous. I was nervous to like do tarot. I was nervous to like put myself out there and talk and just let myself be seen in this way. So I went on Pinterest. You guys know I love Pinterest, and I made the secret vision board, and I posted like examples of how I wanted it to look and like the logo and like kind of how I wanted it to be. I made an Instagram page and kind of started posting inspiring quotes and things that really resonated with me. You can see it if you want. My Instagram's at rainbow__harmony. Check it out if you want to. And that's how I kind of got like my head wrapped around the concept and like what I wanted to talk about and how I was gonna like make all this happen. So that really helped. From there, I was naturally able to flow into like practicing making videos and eventually make my first post. So, you know, maybe it's time for you to just make a vision board. You know, maybe it's too intimidating to think about just starting this project, but you can put a lot of time and make a vision board. And once you see what it really looks like, it feels like, sounds like, smells like, and you're engaged in that process, you can create it. Everything that we create starts in our mind. That's what these cards are saying here. Everything that we create starts in our mind. And so our mind is a very powerful tool. You know, we do create our own reality through our thoughts. So maybe your mind is also working against you. Your mind is telling you, oh, I don't have enough resources to do that. Or, oh, there's already so many other people doing that. How am I ever going to compete with them? Or what if people think I'm this or that? Or, you know, I'm too old for that, or I'm too young for that, or I'm, you know, too fat for that, or too skinny for that, or too smelly, or too, I don't know. Like, our mind tells us so many crazy things that sometimes these are just repeated tapes from mean things people have said to us in the past, like things we picked up along the way that really were mean insults that have nothing to do with us, everything to do with the other person who said it. Sometimes it's just perceptions we pick up from society, or maybe it's just our mind is just playing devil's advocate or just being the inner critic. And so I think that's what happens is our mind creates these amazing visions, but then our inner critic, or like these tapes that kind of play in your head, kind of fight against that. And you weave this tangled web and you get stuck and you're not able to move forward. So empowering yourself, being flexible and realizing, look, these thoughts are going to come up. It's just your brain trying to keep you safe, honestly. Like, anytime you are going to start something new, it's like a risk. It's like putting yourself out there. Way back in the day when we were like in the caveman times or whatever, back in the day, like we needed we needed our mind to work like that, because, you know, doing something new or taking a risk or kind of striking out in a different direction could potentially be dangerous or harmful, or, you know, it's like our brain wanted to keep us safe from predators and stuff. But now we've evolved and we've grown and we've changed, and there's still a part of our brain that's like wants to keep us safe and wants to keep us doing the status quo and wants to keep us in our routine. So anytime you get out of your comfort zone, there's gonna be a little bit of pullback. So you can just acknowledge, tell your brain, I'm safe. It's safe for me to create. It's safe for me to move forward. You know, I'm free to do what I want in my life. I'm free to start something new. Like, I can take this slow. This doesn't have to happen overnight. You guys have probably heard me say on the channel a lot, Rome wasn't built in a day, you know? So look, I want you to know there's going to be a lot of synchronicity as you move forward on this path. Energy is looking great. Your mind is going to fight against it, but just bringing awareness to that is honestly enough. Just being flexible and being like, oh, there's my mind again telling me that I'm bad at this and it sucks and I'm never going to make it, but might as well die trying, might as well have fun, might as well express myself, might as well do this creative thing and just see what happens. Like, there's no harm in that, you know? I'm going to stay solid with my foundation. I'm going to keep working and do all the things I need to do to provide for myself. But in the meantime, I'm going to see if I can build something else. And you know what? I have intentions. It's going to turn into something awesome. But for now, I'm just going to have fun. And you can just tell your mind, you know what? I'm going to have fun. You know, tell your inner child, hold your inner child's hand and say it's safe, you know? That's how you can move forward. So I hope that this reading resonates with you. I do have personal readings available if you want to check it out. Just check out the description below or the comments below. I post about it. I just restocked my site for those of you guys who are emailing me and telling me like everything was out of stock. It's restocked now because I've gotten a bunch of readings done. Got some more openings. If you would like something quickly, I would highly suggest you sign up for a Skype or for a same-day reading or an express reading. The rest of my readings do come with a bit of a wait time because it's a lower price. And by all means, don't feel like you have to purchase a reading from me. You're helping me out here just by giving me a thumbs up and writing a comment below and just being here. And I really am thankful for that. So I'll see you later. Peace out. Okay, so for those of you guys who choose number 3, let's go ahead and look into where you're at right now, why you're feeling stuck or blockages, or what the energy is kind of around you with that, and then what you can do to move forward. Keep in mind that there might be some parts of this reading that are coming out for very specific people that are here. That happens sometimes. You might hear something that's like, yes, this is totally for me, and that's awesome. You could hear another part that doesn't sound like you or anything you're going through at all. That's possible. It's a general reading. So if that happens, just disregard it, okay? Trust your own intuition above all else. So where are you at right now? You actually chose this card. You're drawn to this card because this describes where you're at right now on your path, on your journey. So basically, you're at this point where you might feel stuck, okay? But really what's happening here is you're needing this time to really recharge yourself and relax. This is the star, and I love the message here is saying, like, enjoy being the star of your own life story. There's an energy of an excitement around you. And during this time of relaxation, you really are getting inspired and you're coming up with these new ideas, and you're really feeling like you just want to avoid negativity. And so you could be feeling like kind of lost because maybe the old things you used to do, or the old way you used to live your life, or the old places you used to go, or the old people you used to hang around just aren't resonating anymore. And you're kind of stuck in the middle. You feel like you're in this transition, but it actually really is a beautiful time, beautiful energy of feeling like the world is your oyster and you can go anywhere and you can do anything. It kind of reminds me of a couple weeks ago, I was like going swimming at this sea club, and there was this high dive, and you can climb up to it, stand at the edge, and jump off. And it's this feeling of like nervousness and excitement when you're at the top, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a rush, and that there's this beautiful crystal water beneath you that's going to catch your fall, but there's still like this nervousness of like, should I jump now? Should I not? So everybody who climbed that high dive, I didn't see anybody, even the really buff, tall, brave looking dudes, nobody climbed up and just jumped right off. Everyone stood there and hesitated for a while because it was kind of like, woo. Even me, I did that. But when you jump, it's this beautiful feeling, and it's this free fall, and yeah, it's amazing, and you want to do it again. And so it's kind of where you're at. You're like at this edge looking over into the possibilities and this beautiful energy that's around you, and you're just like, should I jump now? Should I wait? So it is kind of a feeling of being stuck, but you really are needing to kind of relax right now. So yeah, relaxing, healing, rejuvenation, and just getting kind of illuminated right now is all about kind of what you're going through right now. So what is this energy of being stuck, blockages around you? So recently, you were going through some struggles. Before you got here to this period of rest and relaxation, something went down. So maybe this was some type of loss or some type of trauma or some type of big life change. Like maybe you graduated college and it was all exciting and you've got this diploma but now you're like moved back with the parents and you're just kind of like, what now? And you're applying for jobs and you're just waiting and nothing's really coming through yet, So, or maybe it's a situation where you've gotten out of a breakup and you're feeling like independent and free and inspired and you're ready to kind of move forward, but you're still kind of healing and you're not ready to just like go for it yet. Maybe there was some type of loss in your life. And if that's the case, I'm so sorry that you went through that, or with some type of struggle, but you got back on top and now it's like you're just not quite ready yet, but you're going to be ready soon. So there is this energy around you of needing to make some type of decision. Some of you guys might be feeling indecisive. You might know like that there's a choice to be made, and right now it's better to just kind of not make a choice and just kind of see what happens. But one thing I know about the universe is that if you don't make a choice, one will be chosen for you. Not choosing is still the same as choosing. You can either decide what direction you're going to go in, or you can just kind of let life happen to you. And I find that taking that power in your life and making, decisive choices helps, for you to know what direction you're going in. There's always going to be unseen forces around you, things that you can't see, things that take you by surprise. That's the nature of the universe. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction and all that. But, if you set clear intentions and decide what you want, make choices that feel right for you, that's one of the best ways to get yourself into alignment with your truth. So right now, there is kind of this go with the flow energy, okay? And that's kind of why you're feeling stuck. But at some point in the future, near future, you're going to feel like you are ready to make a choice, and you'll be able to make the best one. There's also, maybe you're waiting for a career opportunity or something like that. Maybe that's why you feel stuck too. So how can you move forward here? I'm actually seeing this message that you're really going to start feeling soon like it's a time of renewal for you. It's a time of rebirth. It's a time of new beginnings. Maybe you're just kind of waiting for that energy boost, or you're waiting for that shift in the seasons. For instance, this summer, I had a lot of ideas for creative projects I wanted to get started, and I kind of just stayed in my normal routine. I just knew this isn't really time for that. It's time for me to rest and relax. And I know in the fall, the energy is going to shift and I'm going to feel like it's the right time. So sometimes it's a timing thing. I can understand that. So it's almost like waiting for the right timing. But I do see this opportunity you're going to create. This opportunity you're kind of waiting for is one you might need to create yourself. So it's like you're building up your strength because a lot of work is going to happen here. This might be you moving somewhere or applying for the new job, or it's like a big movement forward in your life is what I see. So maybe it's not waiting for an opportunity, it's going out and creating it. This says, embrace your weirdness. Sometimes the weirdest, strangest aspects of who you are can become a part of your purpose. Maybe there's something that you do that seems kind of strange or that most people wouldn't understand, but is actually kind of a point in the right direction. This is your uniqueness. This is what makes you special and unique. I guess as an example, me right here doing tarot and doing these intuitive readings and everything, I know there's some people who might think that's weird or that it's strange or whatever, but it's actually been a way for me to develop an amazing business and lifestyle for myself. It's something I love to do. So maybe there's something you do. Maybe you're really into cooking things, and you're always in the kitchen and spending all your time in there, and people might say, wow, why do you spend all that time when you're just going to eat it in 15 minutes? But that's your art. Maybe people think it's strange, but maybe that's something you're going to do in your future and how you're going to help people and bless people. Maybe people think it's weird because you're vegan or something and you really have this plight to help heal the planet and the animals, but maybe you'll in the future be able to turn that into something for yourself where you're helping with the animals, or you're educating people on it, or you're making a community for people, bringing people together around a common interest. So maybe this is a message to you, you're figuring out yourself right now during this time of relaxation, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Expect for your purpose to continue to reveal itself for you. Your purpose doesn't always just hit you one day. Sometimes it's like peeling layers from an onion, and it's just certain things happen in your life that kind of guide you closer and closer on this path. One thing is for sure, though, you're already on the path of your purpose. You came here to be who you are. You came here to be uniquely you, and you're already doing a really good job at that. So I hope that this reading resonates with you. If you would like a personal reading, I have restocked my website. A lot of people have been asking about that. I had a lot of orders, and I'm starting to make my way through them. So I've got more spots that are open. If you do need a reading, really quick, I would suggest purchasing an emergency reading, which is returned in 3 days, or a same day reading, or even getting a Skype. The rest of my readings do have a certain timeline that they're delivered in. I would suggest checking out my FAQ page on my website, which is linked below. so that you can see more about that. And if you need any assistance with ordering a reading, you can email me. All the info's below. And by all means, don't feel pressured to order a reading from me. Those of you guys that order from me do help support this channel, and I appreciate that. But you can help support this channel just by giving it a thumbs up or commenting below. That helps me too. So thank you once again for coming here to my channel, and I will see you later. Peace out.